Hello and welcome back to Hangar 51, Sunday night. And where do you know where your kids are? All right, so who's going to be in the room tonight? Let's see. Any minute now. Somebody's here. We got somebody here. And it's Michael Wright, so what's up? First in the room, what's up? Do I need to put on some soft music for you? Do you want to take a nap? You tired? I'm tired. Oh, God. Oh. Boy, putting that right there was a bad idea. Oh. Shadow Ops, what's up? Crap! Oh my God, not more crap. God damn. Eric's always full of crap. Alright, okay. In a little bit, okay. Alright, Brian Chambers, look at you jumping in the room tonight early. Good for you. Good to see you guys. Who else is here? Well, you got me in the room. Let me look. 4 in the room. 2 likes. Hey, that's 50%. Not bad. Half of you like me, half of you don't. Sometimes you feel like that, sometimes you don't. There you go. So let's see. I went flying yesterday. Kind of a waste. The winds are terrible. Really, really crappy. It's hard to do any real flying without destroying an airplane. So that just I've broken enough airplanes. I'm not breaking anymore. Sun out, tits out. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the sun's out. Beautiful day, other than it's just really, really windy. So, if I went to the field today, there's only 3 airplanes I could fly. My all flex planes. My Mamba, the QQ, or the RV-8. That's and the 4th one coming. Yeah, I'm almost done with it. It would have been the 4th plane that I could have flown today, but that's it. I mean, it's just not going to take the chance. Concrete drying won't work today, huh? Okay. All right. We'll just do some jazz, some coffee and jazz for you, and get you all tucked in. Oh God. So I did some house cleaning. I cleaned up the table. Let me see here. If I pull the table, let's see. I guess I have to pull this side back. I don't know why. No, I guess I got to push this forward. I better not. I'm gonna tear the. I'll tear the tent. We'll leave it alone. Coat hanger. It's not coat hanger anymore, Shadow. It's an old joke. It's not spoiled coat hanger anymore. You gotta get with the program. You're months behind. It's not spelled coat hanger anymore, so that joke doesn't work anymore. Sorry, I took your fun away, but that's the way it goes. Lewis, what's up? How you doing, man? Still a good joke. Well, yeah, for us the oldies that know the joke, and anybody new to the show is going to be like, I don't get it. What's coat hanger, huh? So anyway, whatever. You didn't go flying today. You're not even home, right, Lewis? Where are you? Yeah, I went to Imperial Saturday and came back to Bose and flew Saturday, and then I was going to spend the night, but everybody left really early. I was there by 7 o'clock. I was alone and bored, and the winds were still crappy. And I decided, screw it, I'm going home. I got airplanes to fix, paint, whatever. Oh, you were in Orlando. Yeah, I thought weren't you out of town last week? Didn't you go somewhere? Where the hell did you go? I think you said you went somewhere. I could be wrong. Oh, I just realized there's a screwdriver on the table over here, but it's green, so you can't see it. It's invisible. That's hilarious. It's laying right next to my phone, but you can't see it. Well, you can see the shaft, but the handle's green, so it's invisible. So it doesn't really show up. That's funny. Yeah, last week I was in Birmingham, but yeah, I know you guys said you were going out there last week. So I got a new plane. Well, I got 4 new planes. One was free. And on the screen here, you can see the big RV-8, which is what I have. And now I have the little RV-8. And I did some custom paint work on the little RV-8, which I'm going to go get later. I'll bring it out. I figure when I have to make a bathroom break here in a couple hours, I'll go get it and bring it out because it's in the house. Not quite finished, but getting pretty close. Hey, what's up, Ray? What's up? What the fuck? What? Yeah, I get you. Do you have a safe receiver in it by any chance? I don't think you do. You don't fly Spectrum, so I'm sure you don't. You could put an Aura in it. That'd work. Did somebody say concrete drying? Yeah, Wrights did earlier. You missed it. How you doing, Six? Yeah, Wrights already brought up the concrete drying thing. Oh, it wasn't you. It was Shadow. Oh, okay. Thought you said that the concrete drying wasn't going to work, but that's all right. We'll put on some jazz music for you later. Eric, what's up? How you doing, EQ? Good to see you, man. I saw you, Wild Bill, what's up? I saw you doing a taxi test, Eric. Yeah, I caught that. Let's see, what else? Oh. So 2 weeks ago, on Thursday, Horizon released. I had a new release, a Surface release, and we'll get this out of the way quick because I know you guys aren't really Surface guys. So they released this new 18th scale Grom, and it's everything in the box, ready to go. You got to buy it from a hobby shop. You can't order it online. It's a hobby shop only deal. So I immediately called Pilot Ryan up and had him order me one, and it came in. So I wanted to show it to you because it's pretty cool. Yeah, I know. Aren't the Falcons are winning, aren't they? Because Debbie's in the house watching it. She's a Falcons, Atlanta. She came from Atlanta, so that's kind of her and her kids live in Atlanta, so they're rooting for the Falcons. So this is what you get. Let me bring up the box here. Yeah, that's no problem, Eric. I can teach you how to do that. Piece of cake. So this is the this new Grom from Horizon, the Granite Grom, and it's 1/18 scale. You get everything in the box. I mean, literally, you get everything in the box. They give you the AA batteries for the radio. They give you a battery pack, which is highlighted on the box right here. Here's the battery pack here, and then over here is the charger. You get a special charger. I'll show you that. It has an XT30 connector. So you guys all know what an XT60 is. Well, it's smaller than that. So it's a very tiny battery. It's not tiny. It's a 1400 2-cell, but it's got a tiny plug. So you get, this is the charger. It's a smart charger. This is basically a phone charger, the new phone plug, and it plugs into this smart charger. So you can plug your own cell phone into this, whatever, doesn't matter. This is the charger. This is just a cord. All right, and it's a double-sided cord, and they give you this little dongle for the USB port. So if you've got a regular charger, you plug in the wall, you can plug this straight into the wall. But if you're going to plug it into a laptop, then you plug the little dongle that came with it in, and now it'll plug in your laptop for charging. I haven't charged it yet, but I'm going to put it on charge right now here. You get a bag of shock spacers. And what these do, guys, you can preload the springs for you non-surface guys. There's a capture on the top and the bottom, the spring in the middle. And what you do is you pull the spring down and put these different thicknesses in to put more preload on the spring. Gives you a little more ride height, a little more ground clearance for, and also adjust the truck. If you're like running oval, you could put some, wedge in the chassis with these to make it handle better. So they give you a bag of these. They give you this really cool tool, which I haven't taken out of the bag. Let's get this out of the bag. This is heavy duty. Let me cut the bag. This came with it too. So this is a heavy piece of some kind of alloy steel, I guess. And it says ARMA on it. It's embossed in it. So right across here, let me switch cameras. I'll show you here. So it says ARMA right there embossed in it. It's got a hex driver on this end for the lug nuts on the wheel, and then it's got a hex bit on this end. And I guess that's the only two tools. There's another hex. It came with a hex wrench too. So I guess everything on there is these two. Either this or this. These look like they might be this. No, this is smaller. So you get that cute tool, which is kind of cool. And then you get the truck. And it's a really cool truck. Oh, and mine's green, so the green screen's invisible. Damn it. I forgot. Shit. Anyway, it's a really bright, kind of the same Havoc green, real bright neon fluorescent green. And no, there's no clips. It's got 2 releases inside to get the body off. You have to push these 2. It's easier to do it this way. You face the truck at you and reach inside the wheel wells in the back. And you push these 2 in, which releases the back of the body. And then you just slide the body forward to get off the front latch. And then here's the truck inside. And these are the clips here. What you're doing is you're pushing these 2. They look like, if you look through the wheel well, they look like inner fender wells. Okay? But they're releasing a clip that, you see that clip goes through the middle of these 2 holes? So when you push this, the clip moves out of the way, which allows the pins that drop into that to go by. So that's the release for that. Oil-filled shocks, guys, steel gears, steel drive shafts, 4-wheel drive, all independent differentials. Just a really, really cool truck. It's a 3-channel radio. Well, actually, the transmitter's 2-channel, but the receiver's 3. So you power that up, power this up. There's a little button here on the side, right on the top of the speed control here. There's a button right there by my finger. And you just push the button, and it goes live. And now, and you got... And it's a fast little bugger. I got to tell you, this thing is damn quick, especially for its size. I would say it's on par with the motorcycle. It's the same speed as the motorcycle. It's pretty fast. The motorcycle's pretty fast, and so's this. And for $129, guys, and you get everything in the box, I think it's a good deal. And it's a shitload of fun. I'm having a blast with it. And like I said, you can adjust the shocks with the little wedges, and they're oil-filled shocks, so it's damp and it doesn't sit there and bounce. It just hits and stops. And just a great little truck. Comes in 3 different color schemes. I think a red, blue, and a green. I got the green, of course, and now the green screen, it's invisible, so you can see it through the truck. You can see the my everything behind me. So anyway, very cool little truck. Michael Bear, what's up? Roach Coach, what's up? How you doing, man? Kenny Rogers, what's going on? Lit. Mike SSI, congratulations on your win there. Good job. Go buy a lottery ticket. RC Roland, what's up? Who else did I miss? Anybody else? Don Williams. Hey, how you doing, Don? Good to see you, man. I think I've got everybody. Let me look, make sure. I think I got everybody. Do it. Do what, Michael? I don't know what I said that you. What did I say I was going to do? Yeah, I'll do it. Just remind me what it is I'm going to do. Roy, what's up? So anyway, so guys, if you want a fun little, fast truck, I know you guys didn't like the crawler one. I'm still working on the crawler video. Once I do the crawler video, you're going to like crawling. But until then, if you want a fun little truck for $129 and it comes with everything. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on charge here. So I'm gonna leave the body off so I can charge it. We'll plug this little charger in right here and plug it in. See how that goes. These are the little. Let me turn it off. Just pull the button down, and then there's a button here. You push that, hold it down, and that goes off. All right, so let's plug this in. So these are the XT30s right here. That's a tiny little battery here, and you don't have to take the battery out of the truck. You can just unplug it and charge it right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. We'll plug this in over here like this. Okay. And then we'll plug the battery in here like this. So I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to put the camera here. There's a little teeny light on top here. It's blinking red and green. You can kind of see the green. The green screen's trying to make it disappear, but it's kind of green. So anyway. All right, so we're going to plug that in. It should just go solid red, I'm assuming. Well, it's still blinking. All right, let me unplug it again. Plug that in. Let's unplug the charger and plug that in. And then see if... Yeah, so I guess it's blinking red and green. Oh, okay, now it's just blinking green. Okay, so the charger, now that it's charging, it's blinking green, not red. Okay, so the red-green means it's doing nothing. Blinking green means it's charging, and I'm sure it'll go solid green when it's charged. I'm sure it'll fully charge before the show's over, no problem. So, yeah, so this is a really cool little truck, guys. Very happy with that. So if you guys are thinking about, you want something to play with, it's small, it's tiny, you know, it's a small little truck, but boy, is it fun. A lot of fun. Nice little truck. All right. So, yeah, not everybody has a parachute guy. You're right. Yeah. Do you have a plane to drop it out of, Mike? You got anything with a back door that can be opened and drop the guy out of? Go back to planes, please. Yeah, we're done with the truck. We're gonna go back to planes. That's next on the show. We're gonna do planes. I just wanted to get the surface stuff out of the way because I know you guys don't like it. So now that we're done with that, we can move on. Okay, so let's get back to here. So I got some really great deals up at Bigfoot. I bought an air tractor, bind and fly air tractor from Horizon, the big one. It's normally $289, I think. $289, $299. It's $300. Got it for $200. Guy wanted $225. I asked him if he'd take $200. He said yes. Boom. Brand new, never flown. Perfect condition. So bought that. I love that thing. That's a really nice flying airplane, guys. If you don't have an air tractor, it's a really good flyer. It's just super stable, just a really good flying airplane. And I love the lights. It's got red and green nav lights, and then next to the nav lights on the wingtips, it's got strobes. So it's got double flash strobes, and then the red and the green. And then on the front, it's got two landing lights in the nose that are very bright. And just really cool. I really like that airplane. So I'm really happy I got that. And then I've been wanting the Edge 540 from Arrows forever, and I keep thinking about buying it, and I hadn't bought it. And this guy come out of his trailer with one in his hand, brand new, same thing, brand new, never flown, $100. It's a $309 or $319, I forget. It's got a lot of hanger rash on it. You can tell it hasn't been flown, but I don't know what the guy did to it, but there's compression marks all over it. The guy's either had airplanes sitting on it or it fell off a table. I don't know, but it's kind of hanger rashed up a little bit. Not bad, but a little bit. But I got it for $100. He had one of the ailerons plugged in backwards, so the one aileron didn't work, and the other one was jittery. So I figured out what was wrong. I switched that one back around, and both ailerons worked perfect. So I set it up and flew it. I flew all of them, and it flew great. It flew great, but it's very, very, very touchy, and I haven't figured out. So I already have two of these planes. That the exact same. It's made by FMS. I have two of them in the Red Bull scheme, which I'm sure I've showed you before on the show. So it's the exact same thing. I don't know if I have the control linkages in the same holes as they are on the Red Bull plane. So I'm going to move them to match that. I haven't done that yet. And then I'm going to work with Expo to try to tame it down a little bit. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to see about reprogramming the vector gyro that comes in it. But right now it's a handful. It's very, very touchy, ridiculously touchy. But I got it up and down safely, but it doesn't fly like it should. So we're gonna fix that. Jeff in Lower Alabama, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. So we'll have to work on that. But really, I just love that paint scheme. And when Arrows came out with that, I was like, oh wow, I really like that. It's a really pretty scheme. I love that orange. I like orange, and I got a lot of orange airplanes, and like these two here, and so yeah. Anyway, that was a good deal. And then I bought from Greg. I bought the he had I guess it's an old E-Flate clipped wing Cub. It's an all wood, and it's an ARF. It's all wood. It's all covered with yellow, with the black sunburst on it. Actually, it's kind of got a purple to it. And everything was in the box, except, you got to put your own servos, motors, ESC. But it's a really cute little airplane. I like it. It's cute. It's about the size of my Micro Timber or Tundra. And my Micro Tundra, it's a little bigger than, not really. I guess it's about the same size as a UMX Turbo Timber. Same size as that. So, but it's an all wood kit, so it's pretty cool. So I bought that, and then, unfortunately, yeah, Kenny, I'm going to be fully stocked on foam board. I bought the 50 sheet box from Flite Test, so I'm all stocked up on foam board also. So yeah, so I got that, and then Greg crashed his RV8, the little one here, this guy. So I bought the Aura from him, and then he gave me the broken airplane. He took the motor and ESC out of it, which is fine because I have an old QQ here that I'm going to rob the motor and ESC out of because I don't want to fly this on 6S. I want to fly it on 3S. So I'm going to put the 3S in it. So I got a new fuselage for it, and I painted it so I didn't have to buy the sticker sheet because the stickers are already on the wings. And I'll show you another shot here. So that's a good indication of what the stickers look like on the wings and the tail surfaces. And the fuselage is just plain white. It doesn't come with the stickers on it. It's just plain white. So I painted it. So I'm going to go get that and show it to you. And we'll look at that. And let's see, I think so I went with 14 planes and came home with 18 planes. Go figure. So be very, very what's it say? Considerate of the break-in procedure in a new Corvette. Are you? Whoa, gosh, David, are you buying a Vet? Are you really? Which color are you gonna get? Yeah, well, probably after you break it in, you drive it like you stole it. I'd break it in first. Yes, you're right, Kenny. Roach. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to go to an event with and come home with less airplanes than you went with. You know, it's always good to come home with more. Because if you come home with less, that means that one was left in the dumpster on the more than likely anyway. uh, so anyway, um, so yeah, so I got 4 new airplanes and I flew 2 of them and one's almost ready to fly. The QQ is my donor QQ sitting right outside the tent. I'm going to pull the motor and ESC out of it and then drop them in the RV8, the mini RV8. I'm going to call it the mini RV8, and then I just have to transfer over 2 servos and then put the Aura back in it. All the wiring, the lights. It's a night version, by the way, so it lights up. And I already tested the lights all work, so that's good. I still have to glue the horizontal stab screws on. It's on and the lights are hooked up. I did not hook up the light in the rudder, the vertical, because I haven't glued it yet. I just taped it on temporarily. Lyndon Stewart, good evening, sir. How you doing? So I'll plug that in and then glue it in place. I still have to glue that on. And then just transfer the 2 servos, put the Aura in it, put the motor and ESC in it, and we're ready to go. So I'll go get that in a minute too. We'll show you that. And yeah. So won a trophy at Bigfoot. Here it is. Let's go back to the other camera here. So it says Bigfoot at the bottom. It's got the club logo and Bigfoot's there. And then Bigfoot's walking across the top of the trophy, and he's got red eyes. I painted the eyes red because Scott's got. If you haven't been to Birmingham, it's a cliff. It's on the top of a plateau, and it just there's a big cliff off to the back there, and down in the woods there, he's got red eyes here and over here and over here. You know, look like Bigfoot's watching us. So I thought it was appropriate to put the statue eyes. Yeah, I had to make the statue. I didn't know I was winning one when I made them, but I was helping Scott out, so I made these statues for him, and then I ended up winning one. So that was cool. That kept me busy for a couple hours. So. I don't think they're going to be all hybrids, right? So I believe it's an option. You can get the hybrid version. I don't think they're all going to be hybrids. I think there's going to be a version of it that's a hybrid. I saw a thing on YouTube about that, but I believe it's an option. I don't think I don't think they're all going to be that way. I think it might be the Z06 package. I'm not sure. Philip, what's up? How you doing tonight, man? Good to see you. So how many we got in here now? We got 24 in here. 17 likes. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Thank you. That's great. Very nice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. So let's see. What else? Glad you got your hybrid certification back in 04. So did I, actually. Well, I was in It wasn't in 04. It was '07. I went to work for Allstate, and of course, if I'm going to write an estimate on a hybrid car, um, we had to know what to touch and what not to touch, so we didn't electrocute ourselves. So I had to go through that training too. So, yeah. Hey, Keith, what's up? How you doing, Keith Christie? Good evening, man. Oh, the Prius, yeah. Yeah, we had to go through a training on no particular car, but just like the orange wiring is high voltage and what to touch, what not to touch. We have to have a guy standing near us. You know, we were supposed to cone off the car, you know, a radius around the car, and then have a guy standing there with a big wooden sheep herder staff. And if we started, you know, convulsing, he's supposed to grab us with the sheep herder staff and yank us out of the circle. I swear to God, that was what we were taught. That's how it was. We were going to work on these cars when we were writing estimates on anything hybrid. Oh, that was funny. Anyway, yeah, we got that training. It was pretty bad. Yeah, Lyndon, I didn't have any video from Bigfoot. I forgot to take my memory card for the big camera, and I did take video of me unboxing the T33 that I took with me. That's brand new. But I did an unboxing and a build video there in the trailer, but the battery died. I don't have extra batteries for the other camera. I forgot to take the camera, the memory card for the good camera, so unfortunately I didn't get any video. But there's a lot of video up about it, so you can watch a lot of good stuff. I know Allie's F-16 turbine was videoed several times, so there's probably a bunch of those up. A bunch of people were videoing Ben Harbour's giant A-26 when he flew that, and it's all foam board, guys. It's a flight test plane, but it's giant. I think the wingspan was, Jesus. You know, I think the wingspan was wider than the runway, and I'm guessing the runway was, you know, probably 40 feet. So yeah, it was gigantic. Not quite as big as his C-47 from last year, but it's still a big airplane. Yeah, well, Keith, it's kind of tricky. Does your retract on the nose go? Does the wheel go forward when it goes up, or does it go backwards when it goes up? Which way is the nose gear going? Because it makes a big difference. So it goes backwards when it goes up. Okay, so the problem with that is when it goes forward, even if it hits a stop or something, the pressure is pulling it back. You know, when you hit the ground, when you're running over stuff on the ground, it's trying to kick the nose gear back the way it folds. And there's really nothing you can do to strengthen that other than, you know, I know a couple of companies make an over-center brace so that when it goes down, it locks in place. But I don't think I've seen one of those on a nose gear yet. But I guess you could, you know, adapt one. But other than that, there's really no way to do it if the gear goes, you know, back when it goes up. Now, if it goes forward, that's a totally different story. You know, the Avanti goes that way, and everybody's built either, you know, 3D printed or built one out of wood, that brace, so that the gear is hard against that wood brace. and that fixes all the problems. I mean, that's golden. That takes all the stress off the servo mount or the retract mount, the plastic. It takes all the load off of all that, because that brace that you make fixes all that. So yeah. So unfortunately, because your gear goes backwards, there's really not much you can do with that. But do they have it on the nose gear, Kenny? On your 105? An HSD 105. I'm not familiar with that one. So that's cool. So is that, it came that way, or is that something you added? How did you find that? I'd love to find that. Oh, the HSD Thunderbird? That's a big plane, right? The big Thunderbird you're talking about? Isn't that like a 105 or a fan size? Oh, okay. Is that really I didn't even pay any attention to that, but yeah, the Tiger Cat, is that a functional? I didn't pay any attention to that. I'll have to look at that. I've got that gear laying here somewhere, but I wouldn't be able to operate it. I got a brand new one, but I wouldn't be able to operate it because the plane's not back together yet. I don't know anything that Freewing makes, Michael, that has the over center locking strut on any of the Freewing jets. They have that, that stupid little plastic slide thing that looks like a lockout, or a brace, but it's just cosmetic. It doesn't do anything. So I don't know any of the Freewing jets that has it. The F-18C, okay. Yeah, I could go get a servo tester. All right, hang on a minute. Let me move my tank box here and grab that gear and see if maybe we can do that. You think about using a servo tester. I never use a servo tester for testing. I don't. So let's look here. Here it is, right here. Huh. Interesting. This is the coolest landing gear ever, guys. I want to tell you. This landing gear is freaking awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll stay on this camera. Let me move this. This is my keyboard that died. I don't know what the hell happened to that. So it goes on like this, and then this. I guess this is in the back, because this is the front. So it's got this over center brace that folds like this. So yeah. I haven't figured, oh, that's right, because it twists this. That's what it does. Yeah. That's how it unlocks that. Because once it's down like that, gravity keeps that locked. It's hard on. But the way this gear goes up is a motor that twists this, and then it goes up like that. So, yeah, this is just it's a complex thing. There's a servo. There's two servos, I think, in there. The one that twists this, and yeah, it's a really complicated setup. There's mounting blocks that go with this. I think they're laying right here. Hey, I found some orange bullets over here. Where'd those come from? Yeah, I found a bunch of them. Yeah, here they are. Yeah. So there's all these blocks. This all goes to. You're not gonna be able to see these. They're green. Yeah, there's green blocks in this package, but you probably can't see them. Yeah, they're invisible. Oh no, you can. You can see them. Yeah, you see those green blocks? All those green blocks are part of mounting the servos that activate that nose gear. So yeah, it's yeah. So if you could adapt this gear to a nose on any car, on any of your airplanes, man, this would be the cat's meow right here. Because this is awesome. Everything about this, the steering mechanism is perfect. They just did a really good job on this one. This is a really good landing gear. All right, what happened? Oh, there. Okay. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. All right. They got dual springs on that nose gear door. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. David yourself, what's up? Long time no see, man. Where you been? Haven't seen you in minutes. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. This gear wasn't even there wasn't anywhere near that much. I don't even remember. I don't think this was $100. I think it was under $100 for this mechanism here. So I wouldn't swear to that, but I'm pretty sure it was under $100. Thank you, Dave. Yeah. So next year when you come to Florida, you gotta plan on coming here, so we can go flying. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hang on a second. I'm just looking something up. So give me half a second here. Oh, golly. Okay, all right. So let's let me look here real quick. Wow, that nose gear on that thing is only 3 screw holes? Really? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, cool, Kenny. Cool. Yeah, that'd be cool to see. I want to see that. Um, that'd be something I'd really like to see on certain airplanes I have. All right, so let's see. The 2 planes I can get my hands on quickly. The Edge 540 is right here in the garage, and I believe the T-33 is in the garage. I think I took both of those out of the trailer. So let me go grab those real quick and come back. And then after that, I'll go get the little RV8 and bring that out. That's in the house. I'm not going in the house right now. So let me switch cameras. And oh, that's the transmitter there. Okay, so let me get this stuff off the table. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. So I'll put this back in the bag for right now. And put that down like that. That's fine. And let's see what else. We can get this off the table. Okay. All right. So let me go grab an airplane. I think if I probably put that over there, I'll be out of the way. And this, I'm just going to poke. I'll end up poking the airplane with that. So let's move that. Killed Kenny. We'll get rid of Kenny. We'll put him up here. Okay, why did that switch back? That was weird. Huh. Oh. Oh, that's why. Oh, holy moly. Okay, that whole thing's alive. I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, we're good here. Okay, all right. So let me go grab those 2 airplanes. Hold on a second. Oh. All right. So here's the Edge 540. And like I said, I have two of these already. But mine are the Red Bull scheme. And I really love the scheme on this one. This orange and silver, gray, whatever you want to call it, scheme is really cool. Now, so this is what it looks like here. And let me straighten these real quick here. Okay. So you get a better, but the color, this is not very, I don't know. I don't think the color's right. This camera's color is off on the orange. So let me show you here. This is closer to what color it really is. You know, it's a darker orange like that. Not quite this dark either, but that's closer than the light orange that the other camera's giving you. So just a really pretty airplane. I really love this scheme. The only thing I wish they'd have done, and maybe I'll do it, is I wish they'd have put a checkerboard on the bottom of the wing, like on the 300 and even my RV8. See, the bottom of the wings are just orange. There's a little decal out here, but that's it. The RV8 has big checkers on the bottom of the wing. I'll show you that here. So we'll go back to this one here, and then if you let me get this out of the way because you can't see the TV. Let me put this right here for a second. I'll just hang on to it. Okay, so if you watch the TV screen right here, well, that's kind of, I think I have a better picture than that though. Hang on. There you go. So you see right now the crow's activated, so the flaps are down and the ailerons are up, so you can't see the rest of the checkers. But basically, there's the rest. It looks like the tail. You see where the tail's got the offset on the elevator. The ailerons and flaps are the same way. So it's a big checker pattern on the bottom, which is, you know, a complete contrast to the top, which is this scheme here. So it's really easy to tell if you're right side up or upside down. So and this one's not, you know, it's not bad, but it would be nice if it was closer to this on the scheme. But anyway, but yeah, I just love this color scheme, guys. I love the orange, and so it looks like I think I must have bent this left gear just a little bit. Looks like. Um, yeah, it was rough. I gotta tell you, this was no fun to fly. it was, it's really bad. I don't know, I didn't, the only thing I adjusted was the rudder, and I wasn't using the rudder, so I gave it full rudder can throw, not 100% full, but a lot, so that if I was going to knife edge this thing, I'd have the rudder authority I needed to do it. But I didn't use the rudder during flying, and it was the handful. The elevator and ailerons were so sensitive that it was pretty much out of control. So, but yeah, nice airplane. I really like this scheme a lot. I think it's just a really pretty scheme when they came out with it. Now my Red Bull one has this clear canopy with, I believe, this pilot. Good old porn star Mike here. I'm pretty sure this is the pilot. No, actually, I don't. I'd have to go look. It's right there. I'll have to go look. I'm not sure it is him. But it's got a pilot in it with a clear canopy, and this isn't even tinted. It's just a black canopy, so there's nothing. You can't see anything in it. So all right, so that's plane number one. And like I said, I got it for $100, and it's got some. There's some. Hanger rash right here on the nose, right here, and this wingtip has some wrinkles in it, and there's some wrinkles on the bottom here and there, but overall, it's in really good shape. So for $100, it was worth it, because I'm going to fly it anyway. So putting it in and out of the trailer is going to get nicked and bumped and everything anyway. So all right, so that's cool. Let's get this put away and grab the other one. I think the T-33 is in the trailer, but it'll only take me a second to get it. So I'll be right back. Whoops. Oops. Oh, that was bad. Oh. Okay, so here's the little Arrows 50 millimeter T33, and I like this plane a lot. This is fun. And I think I might have shown this to you guys already, but I flew it yesterday with a 4S, and I didn't notice really any difference. It's obviously faster if you run it wide open throttle, but you know, I cruise more than I wide open throttle. So I flew it around for maybe 2 minutes wide open throttle in 4S, and then I slowed it back down to cruise speed and flew it. I think I got a 5-minute flight time on a 1300 4S battery. So that's not bad. You know, that's pretty good. And I was getting about the same time on a, well, yeah, but I landed with a lot of battery left. I was flying for 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes on a 2200 3S battery, which weighs about the same. They're real close in weight. And it flew just as good with that. Not quite as fast, but again, I don't run it wide open throttle anyway, so not a big deal. But it's very controllable. It flies very stable. Really nice, real nice airplane. I thought this was pretty good. The hatch is just magnetic, tongue and groove in the front, magnet in the back, and you know, there's room in here for your battery pack up here. The whole nose, it goes all the way up, so you have plenty of room to put your battery in there and check the CG, move it forward or back, whatever you need to do to get the CG right. And yeah, it's nice. XT60 connector. It's got the gyro in it. It's got a vector gyro in it, and yeah, good airplane. I really like this one. It looks good. It flies good. Nothing at all negative on this one. It's just a really, really good airplane. So that's that. That's their T33. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. I'm sorry, I saw it in the chat earlier, and I didn't say anything. Somebody asked about the new FMS F86. It looks good to me. Apparently it's not available in America yet, but I even like that color scheme. It's not my favorite color scheme, but I like it anyway. It's a good looking color scheme on it. So yeah, can't wait to see. Can't wait to see it here in America. It looks pretty cool. You wish they would add a rudder for 15 bucks more. Really, David? On which plane are we talking about? I'm not going to scroll back. I didn't see what you guys are talking. Which plane are we talking about? Oh, all the 50 millimeter planes. You know, I really don't think the rudder, unless you're going to try to do a knife edge, I don't think the rudder would help any. It's not going to fly any better with rudder control, unless you're trying to do a knife edge, because it doesn't have any bad characteristics at all. It just, you know, it just turns. It seems to be really well balanced. It just, you know, works good. Paul Ballard added a rudder to. He bought the. I think it was the 50 millimeter Avanti, and he added a rudder to his. It was pretty easy to do. Now, whether or not I'm not sure what his response was after he did it. I don't know that I talked to him after he flew it, but it's like a girl with one boob. I like the full package. Yeah, see, that's where we differ. Because I don't care about boobs on a woman. So if she didn't have any, I'd be all right with that. It's the legs I like. I don't care about boobs. Not a boob guy. Yeah. I could tell you some funny ass stories of how women with giant breasts, and I didn't even see them. Everybody laughs at me. Including the women that had the big boobs that I didn't notice. So it's kind of a joke. But yeah, I'm just not a boob guy. Yeah, you're right. The real one has a rudder. That's true. But you got to look at the amount of space you have in the airplane, the amount of weight, another rudder, another servo, the push rod linkage, all the parameters. You have to take all that into consideration, and then, is it worth it? Is it worth it to make the plane heavier, have it more complicated? Obviously, for another control surface, there's something else to worry about. And then in the end, is it really worth it? Did it really make the plane fly better enough to justify doing it? And that's the bottom line, really. Is if it's not really adding enough control to the plane to be worth the aggravation, then there's no reason to do it. And I'm kind of at that feeling that I don't think it would help. I don't think it needs it. I don't think the plane would fly any better with it. I really have to reroute that one wire. They've got that in the wrong spot. So. Yeah, probably, Philip. You're right. They would probably add $50 to the price of the plane for, $6 worth of, add-ons. So yeah, For some reason, planes fly better with glue on them. Well, I would say it would be nicer if they used more glue on them. So after I had the landing gear rip out of the 262 because they didn't put enough glue on it, I flew my FMS Avanti version 3, and I had a beautiful landing, but it was rolling down that brand new smooth runway at Birmingham, and it just kept rolling, and it rolled off the end. And it only rolled about 3 feet off the end. I mean, it was hardly moving. And it was in grass. It didn't hit any rocks or anything. It was just rolled into the grass. And it yanked one of the landing gear out of the wing because there was no glue on it at all. And unfortunately, when the gear came out and hit the flap, it ripped the flap off the wing because it was just a foam hinge. So now I have to put Dubro hinges on that one flap to fix the Avanti, and then put enough glue in the landing gear to actually hold it in. So just more aggravation. I'm getting really tired of spending $300, $400, $500, $1,300 on an airplane and having shit come unglued because they didn't put enough glue on it. It's getting pretty aggravating. I'm going to be building a lot of flight test planes. I can tell you that. The Master Series is going to be the new Hangar Fiftyone logo. I'm going to be building a shitload of that stuff because I'm just tired of spending all this money on these finished airplanes that aren't put together right. They're just, it's ridiculous. I've done that. I think I was doing it on this because I was trying to knife edge it, and then I remembered, oh shit, it doesn't have a rudder. But I think I was trying to correct the rudder, and it. So yeah, You know, a lot of people don't use the rudder. They don't, you know, they just yank and bank, you know, bank and yank. That's their, you know. And I was guilty of that for the first, I don't know, 20 years of flying. I never had used the rudder in the air. I only used it on the ground. You know, and once I was in the air, of course, I was mostly pylon racing, so didn't need the rudder. You know, just bank and yank. And but anyway. Yeah, apparently that's what it is. Spence, is I just suck. You know. So I'll show you the plane. You can see how much glue there isn't on it. There's barely any glue on it at all. They didn't put any glue on it. It came right out of the fucking wing. I don't know who they had working the glue gun that day, but you know, there's no glue on it. It didn't damage it at all. The wing, it came out of the wing perfect. There's no damage at all to the wing where the gear came out. But when it hit the flap, it tore the flap off. So I gotta fix the flap. But all I gotta do now is just put glue on it, like they should have done, and put the retract back in it. You know, it came out clean. So I should check. How do you check it? Oh yeah, for sure, Roy. Yeah, when I was flying the UMX Timber, well, I was racing drones, and you have to use the rudder on those. That's what really got me acclimated to using the rudder, because we were racing. We had a course set up where I used to fly, and we were racing through the gates, and when you're doing that, you have to use the rudder. You don't have a choice. You can't turn a drone, you know, through a gate area if without the rudder. You have to use it. So that got me really proficient on the rudder. And then from there, yeah, I ended up doing a lot of flat turns with the UMX Turbo Timber. You know, we were racing around a pole, fooling around, and yeah, that was a lot of fun too. Yeah, Philip, it's about how it is, really. It's ridiculous. I mean, you know, they shouldn't be using contact cement to glue in things like, you know, the gear mounts. That should be epoxied in, because if you buy a replacement wing, it comes with that mount in it. You don't have to transfer it from the old wing to the new wing. The mount is there. So put it in permanently. You know, why they're using contact cement and a tiny bit of it, just epoxy the fucker in and be done with it, so that it stays in and we don't have these issues. You know, just my 2 cents worth. Oh, that's funny, Paul. Yeah, with a broken return spring, yeah, you have to be on the rudder to keep it straight. I don't envy you at all flying like that. That would have sucked. Holy crap. To have to sit there and hold the rudder in because it won't return to center, that would suck. Yeah. Yeah, I give you a lot of credit for that one. Anthony, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the show. You're a heli nut. Yeah, we fly helis too in here, but I don't think anybody in here is a heli nut. I think a lot of the guys in here have them, though. I have a couple. I know EQ has some helicopters. David flies them on the simulator. I don't know if he has a real one, but you know, at home. But he certainly flies them on the simulator. So yeah, there's some heli pilots in here for sure. So. 22 in the room, 22 likes. Good job, guys. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Fred! What's up? Tim, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight? All right, so the last plane I'm going to grab is the, I'm going to go in the house, and I don't have to drop the voice off at the pool, but I think I'll pee, and I'll grab the RV8 and bring it out. So stand by, and I'll go get that and bring that out and show you my awesome paint work. I think it looks pretty good. I'm killing two birds with one stone. When I had the problem 3 years ago with my RV8, the big one, and I had to replace the fuselage, it came the wrong color orange. It was a very light orange. It wasn't dark. So I've got new paint now to paint the RV8, the little RV8, and I'm using it to touch up the big RV8 so I can finally put the decals on it, because I bought the decals for that plane, and I never had a chance to put them on because the color was wrong, and I always knew I was going to repaint it. So I'm doing that right now. I've got half, the one side, let's see, which side do I have painted? I think I have the right sides painted, and tomorrow I'll flip it over and paint the left side, and then I'll put the decals on it. So that'll look almost new. It'll look, I steamed all the damage out of it, all the hanger rash out of it, and got it looking pretty good. Did a little sand in here and there, smoothing stuff out, and so now I'm just finishing up with some paint. So, and I'll show you guys that when I'm done with it. Yeah, I haven't been flying my, ever since we stopped racing them, Randy. I really don't fly mine anymore either. Hardly ever. If I'm doing some FPV, I'll fire one up. I had one up a couple of weeks ago, FPV, and hadn't flown it in forever. But that's all we flew pretty much when I flew at the other field. Because we were racing them. There was 5 or 6 of us sitting around a table, and we would, when they were all at the table, while the drones were at the table, all of our video gear was fucked up because we were just getting washed out by the other guy. But as soon as we flew away, everything was fine, and then we would sit there and at the table and race around the course. It was a big course, so that was a lot of fun. We used to love doing that, and then they just stopped all of a sudden. Then we haven't done it. I've got a course set up out here, but I haven't used it in a couple of years. Well, not a couple of years. It's been about a year I haven't used it. I had to take part of it down when I put this building up, and I just haven't relocated that one gate, so that I didn't really block where we flew, but you'll be close to the building. Don't go wide. You'll hit the building. But where the gate was, and that's where I'll put it. I'm going to put it right on the corner of the building, so that, or a little bit away from the building. So if you're aiming for the gate, you won't hit the building. But yeah, that was a, it's a pretty neat little course. It's not near as big as the one at the other field was, but it gets the job done. It's fun. You can get a look at it. It's on my, if you go on my channel and look up, I think I called it Backyard. If you type in backyard, you'll find it, and it's I do a lap to show you what the course looks like, and then I start flying through the trees, and it's just kind of a sampling of some fun I have here on my property. So if you guys want to check that out, just type in backyard on my channel, and you'll find that video. All right, so. Oh, that's a good idea, Anthony. That's good advice. Yeah, pitch gauge and digital calipers. Nice. All right, so let me move this, and I'll go get the RV8. Be right back. Don't go away. Don't change that channel. Okay. So here's the RV8. Whoops. And, uh-oh. I'm frozen over here. What the heck? Oh, God, you stupid. Ugh. All right. Okay, so as you can see, if you look at, hang on a second, let me move. And I've got this wheel pant. So if you look in the picture here, you can see that there's no orange on the nose. It just has a sticker that goes down the side. And I would have to buy a whole decal sheet just to get that sticker that goes down the side. So instead I painted the nose orange. So the fuselage is new and the nose cowl is new. And I just painted them orange and put a stripe down the side, 2 stripes, one in the back, one in the front here, and called it good. And that's going to be it. It looks pretty good. I like it. I think it looks fine. I might add a black stripe to the orange stripe on the side. I don't know. We'll see. But so that's my the RV8. This was Greg's, and I got it from him and bought a fuselage and went to town. So I've got to fix this wheel pant, and then I'm going to paint the wheel pants like I painted my RV8. They're half orange. The top half is orange with an orange stripe, and then the bottom half is white. And I'm going to do the same thing with this. So where this one broke, the plastic broke out of this hole right here. I can glue it and then putty over any imperfections and sand it, and then I can paint it, and you'll never see it. So it'll look fine. Thanks, Fred. Yeah, I like it. I think it came out pretty good. I'm having a little trouble with the paint's not sticking real well in a couple of places, so I'm going to have to touch it up, but no big deal. I'll probably shoot, once I get it touched up and it's good, I'll probably clear coat the fuselage. But it's got the decal on the battery hatch that was fine. This whole hatch comes off. So they got the decal there, decals on the wings. So I really didn't need to do anything else. I think just adding that little bit of orange on the fuselage did the trick. And I think it looks fine. If you look at the new RV8, the red scheme on the new RV8, and I could put that up here. Give me a second here. We'll go to the RV8 new scheme. And okay, so if you look at this one, it's the same thing. It's just red on the nose. There's no other color. They did this basically what I did here. They painted the nose of the new RV8 red, and they didn't do anything else with it. I think there's a little bit of black in the very back on the tail on the side of the fuselage, but you can't even see it in this picture. And so I pretty much copied what they did. I mean, similar. I just put orange on the nose. I didn't add a black pinstripe or anything. I don't think it needs it. They obviously didn't think so either. So because they didn't do it. So, and that's good enough. It'll be ready to fly for next weekend for sure. Honestly, I keep talking like I have to fly on the weekends. I don't have to fly on the weekends. I can go fly any day of the week. I can. So if the weather's good during the week, at some point, I'll probably have this ready to fly tomorrow. And if weather's good, I might just go take it out and fly it. What the hell? But yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, and if you look at that, there's black on the tail, there's black on the wings, but the fuselage doesn't have any black on it. It's just red. And they got away with it. So yeah, I'm doing pretty much the same thing. There is a black stripe all the way in the back on the lower half of the fuselage, but in this picture you can't even see it. The wing's blocking it. So anyway. All right. So I think hey, my little truck's fully charged. Yep, the light went full green. So the little truck's charged. So we're ready to rip that for, I've been driving the crap out of it, and I never charged it. This is the first charge. So whatever it came charged, how much battery it had in it, lasted for a long time. And they usually only come about half charged. So I got a lot of run time out of that. So full charge battery, I'm sure it's going to last 20 minutes easy on this thing. So pretty cool. I really like it. I think it's a really good buy for the $129. I don't think you can beat this with a stick. I think it's worth every bit of that. There's little teeny holders in here for the wires. When you plug the battery pack back in, there's a little place to just push the wires down into these little pinch clips in the body, and that keeps the wires down tight under the body so they're not flopping around, and it seems to work really good. And it makes for certain there's no way the battery's going to come unplugged, because it can't. These little pinch things are on both sides of the battery clip, so there's no way the battery could come unplugged. Oh, that's the deal. So the battery pack has the single lead in the middle for the smart stuff, and it's in the way of trying to get it into the pin, the little crimper thingy. So they didn't think that out too well. There you go. Yep. So all set. And then you just I'm way behind again. How did it get that far behind already? So you just there's a little hook inside the body. There's two hooks on the front here. So you slide the body onto the front like this, and then pull it back until those engage. I think that was in the way. Okay, so the front's clipped in, and then you just, I don't like pushing it down. I go ahead and pull those little spring-loaded things back to put it on. I don't like forcing it over those pins. I just don't feel right about that. So I like to help it by pushing these back and then push the body down, and then it's on. That's it. Cool little truck. I really like that. All right, what else are we talking about? Oh, so he had a battery catch on fire, Roy? Man, I hear more and more of that. God, I'm really getting nervous. God, I hear these stories all the time about these batteries catching on fire. Mike out at the flying field, he just had a brand new Charger, and it was one of the good ones, and it caught on fire. You know, I'm like, God, what the hell? It burnt the house to the ground. Yeah, God, that's horrible. God, that's just horrible. Waffle House. Why do you think that, Wrightsa? Why do you think the 2 and 4 cell are more volatile than a 6 cell? They're just more stable, you've heard. Oh, okay. Yeah, so far I haven't had any kind of charger battery explosion burn ups at all. Um, so I've been lucky. Wow. That's, oh my God. And that started from a fucking battery. Jesus. What a shame. That's horrible. God. My trailer's a piece of shit, guys, but I would be devastated if it burnt to the ground. You know, it's all I got, you know, so. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking that's a good idea, Fred. I'm going to have to do that. I mean, right now, my batteries are in the trailer, so if the trailer went up, it would suck. But all I would lose is the trailer and all the airplanes that are in it, which there's a lot of airplanes in there. But in the garage here, it's a concrete floor. You know, unless the battery actually exploded, which doesn't usually happen. Even when we shoot them with a gun, they don't explode. They just burn. As long as they're not in the vicinity of something else that could catch on fire, I don't think I'd have a real issue here. They would just burn and leave a burn mark on the concrete, and that'd be it. But and right now, you know, there's 1 or 2 battery packs in the house just laying there. They're not charging or anything. But yeah, it's a scary thought of that. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, Roy. I'm going to look into getting some fireproof um, boxes or something to keep my batteries in, because you know right now I've got a Husky tool pouch, and it's got at least 50 batteries. You know, they're standing on that next to each other, you know, like in rows. And if one of those batteries would go off, it would just take all of them with it, and 50 batteries burning would be one big fire. Um, so yeah, I definitely have to change my battery situation. I've been lucky so far, you know. So but my luck's not good, so I definitely need to do something. You know, it's just horrible. Wow, what a horrible. There's a real famous guy on YouTube here. He had the same thing as he had his batteries catch on fire and burnt his garage down with all of his antique radios. Night Flyer. His name's Dave. One of the pioneers of this hobby. He was working for Kraft Radios back in the day, and he's the one that designed, you know, the dual rates and the Expo and all that stuff. He's the one that came up with all that and put it in those radios back in the day. And he also was the first guy to do a single blade prop. and he wrote a big article in AMA back in the, I think in the 70s, about that too. So he's a pretty famous guy. You can look him up. Night Flyers is his handle on YouTube. And yeah, he told the story about his place burning down. Just the garage. There was some damage to the house because the garage was close to the house, but the garage burnt down. He had all these old radios. I mean, the old like the one I have, that 70 series Kraft radio. He had a whole series of those because he worked at Kraft, and then a lot of old Futaba and all. He lost all of it. Thank God it's on video. You can go look at all that cool stuff on his web page, on his face his YouTube page. But yeah, he doesn't have that stuff anymore. He lost it all in the fire. I was going to take the over under on you, Kenny. Well, moreover. Okay, Fred. I'm not getting that joke, but okay. Yeah, Phil. I same here. I've got batteries that are that old too, but it just takes one, especially if they're in a bag with 40 others. And it happens. It just for whatever reason, it happens. Yeah, I had a Venom pack that didn't fail for me. It failed for somebody else. One of the cells died, and I cut the pack apart. It was a 5-cell pack, and I turned it into a 4-cell pack, and it's been fine ever since. I've had that pack for probably 10 years, and it's been fine ever since. So that one cell was the only bad cell in it. Yeah, that's always interesting, Phil, huh? People personally that don't want, and you've got the receipt, and they still denying that you bought it from him. Yeah, that's just a crock of shit. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I have out at the flying field. They're sitting on my tailgate charging, and I'll walk over to talk to somebody across the field, and I just let them sit there charging. I've been lucky so far, but I really probably ought to stop doing that. Because that's the next thing. If my pickup truck went up, I would. Oh my God, that would fucking kill me. Yeah, and that's tough. That's one of the problems. John, how you doing, man? Good to see you. We don't know the story. So was he charging it at the wrong amp rate, or was he charging it on the wrong setting? He had it on nickel metal hydride instead of lipo. There's what charger was he using? There's 100 factors here that all play a part, and unfortunately. What? You don't? What? My hair doesn't look good, Fred? What's wrong with my hair? I mean, I didn't part it and comb it tonight, but does it look that bad, really? I got good hair. I mean, the fact that I can just run my hand through them just like that, and it usually comes out pretty good. It's, you know, yeah. Thanks. Okay, yeah, that's better. Yeah. So yeah, it's I love my hair, and I got a lot of it. Oh my God, I'm definitely not going bald. My barber was right. When I was 12 years old, he found gray hair, and my mom said, "That's not gray hair. You probably was painting an airplane or something." And he pulled it out, and the root was gray. He says, "Nope, it's gray hair. The root's gray." He says, "That's a good sign. He'll never lose his hair." Boy, was he right. I have a full fucking head of hair. Thick. Oh my God. Yeah. So. Yeah, and it, like I said, my buddy just bought a brand new charger, and it was one of the ITSD, whatever that brand is that does the dischargers and stuff. He bought a discharger and a charger from that company, and the charger burnt up in his garage the other day. Um, and yeah, so he sent it back, and they sent him another one. And I don't know. I don't know what happened, but even a good company like that can have a failure. And you know, if it's the wrong conditions and something catches on fire. No gray, but you definitely have a bald. Really? You don't have any gray hair, Roy? Really? Wow. Yeah, I don't think I trust a fireproof bag. I'm sorry, I just can't see a fully charged battery in one of those bags going off. I think would burn right through that bag. I just don't trust the bag. I'm going to get some kind of steel ammo box or a box, a battery safe box, because I just don't trust the bag. I can't imagine the bag working. Um, China painting pigs. I don't doubt that at all. What the hell are you talking about, Randy? Painting pigs? What? What? What the hell? Where'd that come from? Who's painting a pig? Yeah, 12S in a bag. There you go. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't trust the bag. They seem flimsy, and even if it's fire retardant material, if one of those batteries goes off, if you've ever seen one go off, it's a like a blowtorch flame coming out the side of that battery, and I just thinking it burned right through the side of one of those bags. I can't see it not burning through the bag. It is a cool feature, Fred. You're right. The auto discharge. I have all my batteries set to auto discharge, so I never have to worry about discharging those packs. They discharge themselves. Great, great. It's a great perk. I don't know if anybody's had one go up in flames yet or not, discharging itself, but I love the idea. I think it's great. I wish all batteries had that auto discharge availability. I just think it's a great safety thing, and it protects your batteries. Your batteries are going to last longer. There's no downside to it that I can see. It's great, great idea. Oh, is that what you think is going on there? Yeah, EQ figured it out. That's funny. Yeah, good one. I like that. Yeah, I think you figured it out. You solved the puzzle. God, that's funny. Yeah, I love it too, right? So I love that discharger. That thing works fantastic. I love it. And yeah, that's a good practice. But that ISDT, that's what he bought, that a charger, and it burnt up. I was really surprised that charger burnt up. I wouldn't think, it's a pretty good quality company. I wouldn't have thought something they had would burn up, but that's what he said burnt up. So. Yeah, so I just went to their web page. And that's not the charger he has. So I'll have to look at that again. It's not this company. It's a 4-letter company, but it ain't this. So yeah, he bought, I don't know where he bought it, but it's obviously not this. It's not this company. It's somebody else. So I'll have to find out what the hell he actually bought. And not buy any of that crap. Okay, let's change the picture here on the background. There we go. How about that one? Oh, then now you can see the black. There's a little bit of black on the top. Oh, I screwed it up again. That's another picture now. Okay, so so if you look right there on the bottom, right about, yeah, nope, I'm too far, over here. Yeah, right in the fuselage, right about there. There's a black stripe or two right there. But the rest of the fuselage is just red and white. So, and maybe I'll add a black stripe to my own now. It's easy enough to do. So, I actually have an extra black sticker from the RV8, the big RV8. I could just trim it into another black stripe and add it. So maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. There was one of these at the Bigfoot, the brand new RV8, and it was Garrett's, and Garrett's, the motor failed. It either burnt up or the bearing failed or something, but it definitely burnt up the motor. The motor was no good. So I'm not exactly sure what the hell happened there, but. You like the tattoo pig on Secret Life of Pets. Oh, there you go. Nice job, David. Thank you. You know, welcoming Paul B to the show as a as a as a crew member. Good job. Ken Bird, how you doing tonight, man? I don't know when you snuck in here, but good to see you, man. Yeah, the only problem I don't bring the discharger in here and discharge them while I'm doing the show is because the fan's noisy. You know, because it blows so hard, you can hear it, and so I try not to do my discharge in. I'll do them out in the truck. I'll leave the tailgate open and I'll put it on the tailgate and let it discharge on the tailgate. Um, but I don't usually bring them in here because it's just too noisy during the show. Oh my God, I don't know what you guys are talking about, this painted pig thing. I guess it's code for something, but I have no idea what it is. So. Someone hit the like button twice. Okay. Thanks, David. Yeah, you keep that up, you're going to lose your crew membership. Yeah, welcome to the shit show. Yeah. All right, so what else you guys want to talk about? How many questions did I miss that you guys asked and I didn't catch them? Let's bring them up again. If I didn't answer a question because I was talking or showing you a paint job or whatever the hell I was doing, bring it up again so we can discuss any questions you have about anything new and coming out or not coming out or whatever you think. Yeah, JCB, that's a good point. You know, it's like a rocket motor. Yeah, it provides its own fuel, so you can't stop it. You can all you can do is contain it. They say the best thing on these lipo fires is to throw sand on it. You know, just to keep the flame, contained until it burns itself out. Um, you too, Victor. Are you leaving us? Do you have to go pick up the air boss? What's going on? not just S. Okay. Just not S. Okay. All right, Fred. uh, no talking shit this time. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, Ron, what's up? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Craig Beavan, what's up? Yeah, I have not gotten a good look at it, Craig. I like the color scheme on it. I really want to see what the gear looks like. Because the problem with the free wing one was the gear sucked. It was terrible, shitty landing gear. No oleo struts, nothing. It was really because there's two guys out the field that have them. Lewis is one of them. The landing gear is just a piece of crap. I would have bought that airplane years ago, but I wasn't going to buy it with that crappy landing gear in it. How about storing in ammo boxes inside a safe? Yeah, that would work great. If you happen to have some ammo boxes and a safe, yeah, that'd be a great place to store them. It all started with the Big Bang, yeah. Yeah, so I guess it's available on AliExpress, I guess, the new FMS F86. Let me take a look here real quick. Yeah, AliExpress shows it in stock, $449. And I don't know if they have a picture of the gear though. Let me look. It's not my favorite paint scheme, but I like it. I like this scheme. But it's not my favorite. Okay, so the fronts are definitely the fronts are oleo for sure. I can't see the back close enough. Can I get a close up of that? Yeah, it looks like the backs are too with the stabilizer. So it looks like it's got good landing gear in it. So yeah, that would be that might be a buyer right there. I might buy one of those. I like that. Looks like it's got decent landing gear and here's one for $423. Again on AliExpress. I hate dealing with them. Oh my god. And there's a $15 coupon on orders over $400. So you can take another $15 off of that as well. Well, you can't beat that. That's a pretty good deal. Yep, it's not a bad looking airplane. I don't think FMS has it on their website yet. I'm going to go there and look real quick. They didn't have it on the other day. You know, it's hard to believe that they would come out with a new airplane and let other people show it off or even offer it for sale before they do themselves. Christ, they made it and they're not even showing it yet. It's like, what the hell are you thinking? You know, why wouldn't you show your own damn airplane? Weird, very weird. Yeah, I don't see it here. Let me do a more extensive search here. Oh, they've got a Halloween airplane sale going on at FMS. Let's see what they got. I don't know how much off. $15 off and $10 off. So they've got the anniversary Viper jet, the 1100 Dago Red, 1400 P40, the 1400 T28, 1400 P51, 1400 Corsair, 1400 Zero, and the Miss America 1100. Those are all $15 off. And the $10 off is the MXS, the 2500 ASW 17 glider, the T28 800 size, the FMS, the Corsair 800 size, and the Zero 800 size, and then that trainer. The it looks like, you know, that the swooped winged up Aero Scout basically. So, and I don't see anything on here about the F-86. It's not on here that I can see. So that's it's just kind of weird. I don't know why in the world they wouldn't show off their own product. I mean, what the hell are they thinking? So anyway, but AliExpress says they have them in stock overseas. So the cheapest one I saw was at $423 plus 15 off for orders over 400. So that brings it down to like what, 408, something like that. That's pretty good. I just hate dealing with AliExpress. Huh. I think. Let me look. No, never mind. That's not it. False alarm. Yeah, so the best deal I see on here is I don't know where it went now. Yeah, there was one on here for $423, but I can't find it now. I don't know where it went. Oh, here's one for $429 or $421. I mean. $421.01. $7.96 off. Orders over $219. It comes in two color schemes. They have both schemes. The yellow stripe one, like my T33 was just here, or the red, white, and blue one. So there you go. Okay, here's the 423 one again. And with the $15 off. So you know what? Hell, I might just go ahead and pull the trigger on this. I hate dealing with AliExpress, but shit. How long do they predict it to be to get before it gets here? Estimated delivery November something. Well, that's not bad. Oh, yeah, $141.75 shipping. Okay, forget that. Yeah, okay. All right, we can forget that. Yeah, I'm not spending an extra $141 in shipping. So much for that idea. Okay, we're done looking at that. That's where they get you every time. Yeah, you know, I didn't quite shit, but yeah, you're right. It was the shipping. I keep thinking, that everybody offers free shipping. I gotta stop thinking that way. I get myself in trouble every time with that. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's a good deal, Phil. The drag truck for $149. Yeah, we'll just have to wait a little longer for FMS to get them put out, and then we'll see what it's going to cost us to get one of those. They're going to have to, you know. I was just looking at the free wing one. I think it's 359 or something. Hang on a minute, let me look. 409. Oh, that's the R plus. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's not even the right airplane. Hang on. It popped open earlier and I looked at it. Let me go back, find it. Let's look here. Yeah, 359. So FMS is going to have to be close to that price to be competitive, you know, because it's the same size. So if they want to sell them, you know, I mean, I know it's got better landing gear in it, but you know, that's not going to justify hundreds of dollars more. So we'll have to wait and see what they're actually going to sell it for. It'll be interesting to see. You know, the free wing F5 Tiger is still $299. Plug and play. You know, in either case, I think it's in either scheme. Not the high performance one, the standard one. The high performance one's $349, which is still, you know, it's an 80 millimeter jet. And it's fast as fuck. Those things are just really fast. So it's hard to believe they're still selling that thing that cheap. All right, let's get back to the chat. Yeah, no, I didn't see a. There was three on the one of them that was $5 off if you bought three. So there was a 3 deal on the. I think it was the 421. It said, you know, buy 3 and get $5 off. So there was a buy 3 get a deal, but not a free shipping. Yeah, it sounds more like getting bang good. uh, oh, I think you'll get it, Roy. You might have to remind them though. Have you been checking to see if it's back in stock or not? Did you put it on your alert me when it come in? You know, did you press that button and tell them to alert you when it comes in? So if you didn't, I'd go do that. Just, you know, back up to make sure they remember to send it. Yeah, free shipping on anything over $99 and fits in an envelope. Right. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Have you tried text messaging them? They always answer the text messages. I don't know if they've got an email. I don't know if they've got anybody watching their email. But if you text message them, they'll respond. They always respond to text messages. Yeah, the F5 is an old design, but it flies good. You know, You know, Lewis and Anthony both have them, and they fly the shit out of those things. Lewis repainted his. I think he did it in the Nimitz color scheme. So yeah, it's you know, it's a tried and true tested plane. They fly them a lot. Anthony's really hot on his new Avanti right now, the version 3 from Free Wing. He's been flying the crap out of that. But before that, he always had the F5 at the field. He loved flying that thing. Really? So you're getting responses from emails, but she's not responding anymore? I don't know. That's interesting. Let me go look at something here. That plane got so much attention at Bigfoot, Roy. Everybody loves that P-40. God, I'm telling you, they were just all over it. People keep coming up and asking me, you know, who makes it. You know, because I won this trophy flying that plane. My best scale flight. It was this airplane, the 2-meter P-40. And everybody loves that plane. Every place I take that thing, I get more attention. All right, well, contact them again, Roy. Do you have the phone number to use text message them? Because the motor box is in stock, and the front of the fuselage is in stock. I think there's a cowl piece that goes in front of that, though. I don't know if that. Hang on a minute. Let me see if that's in stock. Hold on. Oh, well, it's the motor box with the motor, I guess, is in stock. Not the empty motor box. That's out of stock. But they have it with a motor in stock. So just tell them to take the motor out of it and send it to you. When the when the motor box comes in, they can put the motor back in the new one. Oh yeah, that's in stock. The front cowl piece, the front fuselage are in stock, and the motor box with a motor in it is in stock. That's all you need, right? Oh, you need the motor too? Okay, well then they have it in stock. Get the motor with the box with the motor in it, the front cowl and the front fuselage half. That's it. Yeah, that's everything on the front end. So yeah, I'll give you the. I'm gonna type the number in here. Hang on a second. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay. Okay. 662. All right, Roy, write that number down. That's the number of the text message Banana Hobbies. Good night, EQ. We'll see you later. Send a text message. Remind them. Just let them know that the pieces you need they have in stock. They got the motor box with the motor. They got the front cowl and the front. There's a trim piece in front of the front cowl and then the front fuselage half. They have all that stuff in stock. So text them and let them know and see if they should respond to you. And if you have any problems, let me know and I'll contact them. I just bought a bunch of parts from them. Bought a bunch of extra parts for my Corsair. And they respond to that number pretty quickly. I've always had, was always been able to get a hold of them. Yeah, I was just talking to him on the 12th of this month. So, yeah, that number should work for you. You're too sexy for this show, Fred? Is that right? You ordered a pizza from that number? No kidding. And they got it there in 2 days from China. Boy, that's pretty good. Right, so. Tell your Abu Dhabi joke again. Just type it out. Everybody will love it. That was funny as hell. So you guys know I've been working on my Spitfire cowl, my scoop, and so I'm just about ready to glue it together. I'm pretty good now. This is the scoop that goes on the. Here, let me change cameras. So this is the scoop that goes on the 1600 size Spitfire from Motion, okay? And now this is the scoop that's going on the 1450. That I cut it down to, because it was way wider than this. So they're this is a little bit narrower than this, but not much. And it's cut down to a smaller size. So this is what I'm trying to emulate. Is closer to this. Now, they're not the exact same model Spitfire, but I still want it to look like this. And it's going to be close enough. That's going to look pretty good. So I'm ready to glue it together. The other half is in the house right now. I did the white wall spackle, and it's drying. So as soon as, I'm sure it's dried by now. So I'll sand that up tomorrow, and then I'm going to glue this onto it. And then I'm going to have to put a little Gorilla Glue on the sides and let it foam out so I can sand a nice smooth transition from the scoop into the side of the rest of the cow. But this is, this is what I was patterning it off of, because this is more accurate than what they had. Their scoop was totally wrong, and so this is going to look 100 times better. Is this a new living room chair? No, it's the same. It's an office chair. Same chair I've been using. This week I'm going to IKEA to buy my wall unit, like this one, and I'm going to frame out a wall and put the drywall on it, and then put this wall unit on it. So next week, probably by Thursday, hopefully I'll get it done by Thursday. We're going to have a real wall unit behind me, not this green screen. Hopefully. I don't know for certain. Maybe not. I think Deb wants to go with me over there. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I forgot. The trailer's not. I gotta check and see how much that thing weighs. Can we get a live stream of the gluing? I don't think it glues together. I think it screws together. You want me to do a build video on the wall unit? Hey, I did a build video on a wardrobe. Go look it up. There was a wardrobe that people were complaining was too hard to put together. And it's built like my plane racks. It's not PVC tubing, it's aluminum tubing, but it goes into the same plastic connectors that PVC pipe. It's not identical, but it's close enough. It looks exactly like the same shit. So I did a whole video on how to put this damn wardrobe together, and I'm getting a lot of thank yous for that because people were having a hard time figuring it out. And then they watched my video and they said it saved them hours of trying to figure out how to put that thing together. Yep, still in the tent. Yeah, but not for much longer. This winter, I hope to build my room before it gets too cold and be out of the tent. I'm going to start on it this week. My check for the accident's coming in tomorrow or Tuesday probably. So I'm going to start buying wood and drywall to build my room. And flight test glue gun video? Yeah, I don't have a flight test glue gun. Yeah. Okay, so just to be fair, okay, I did a little segment, the 20-minute videos, because that's the way Mike Patey does Draco and Scrappy builds, okay? He doesn't give you an hour and a half, 2-hour video. He gives you 20 minutes of what he's working on that week, and then in 2 weeks you get another 20 minutes. So I was going with that theory, thinking that you guys would enjoy that better. And it didn't work. Everybody lost interest and quit watching. By the end, nobody was watching. So I was trying something different. I thought maybe it would work out better that way, but apparently not. So my bad. But that was the purpose of that whole, the short videos, and did it in steps showing you how I repaired the wing. Um, so I probably won't do that again. Oh, so there you go. You hired Mexicans that argued with each other. There you go. Yeah, get a nude girl, that might help. Yeah, that would. Yeah, that'll help for sure. Phil, what was your tutorial on that got 285,000 views? What were you teaching? All right, Roy, keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. So I was working on the old trailer, a new update. So I went and bought a spring because when the guy hit my truck in the trailer, it ripped the left wheel off the trailer, off the truck and the trailer and the fender and most of the spring. There was a little bit of the spring left. So I went and bought a new spring, I think Friday, um, for that side, and I put it on, bolted it all up, so the axle's secured in under the trailer again, and everything's fine except the axle's bent. So the left wheel is now centered in the fender well area, but it's cocked out. It's got a good twist to it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can straighten it, or I'm going to have to buy an axle. Um, and that I was getting it fixed just for a utility trailer. Like to go buy this wall unit. I don't know how big this box is going to be or how heavy it was going to be, but I was going to put it in the old trailer, so that's why I put a spring on it. And but now I know for sure the axle's bent. So now I got to figure out if I'm going to straighten the axle or just replace it. So here is and it's a drop axle. I don't know how wide it is. So 199 bucks. That looks like it would work. That's very similar. Oh, I think that's a torsion bar. Is that really? Huh. That's from Northern Tool. That's interesting. I'll have to see. Yeah, it's none of these are drop axles. I'm surprised. So there's one. It's $209. Actually, that looks just like mine. That looks exactly like mine. I wonder if it's the right dimensions. That's from Amazon. Huh. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to go measure mine and see if that's was the size. That looks like my axle right there. $209. So if I buy that, that solves my problem, and then the trailer's completely usable. I think it's worth spending $200. You know, I only spent $45 for the spring. So if that'll get the trailer usable again back on the road, what the hell? So yeah, I just gotta go measure the length of it, see how wide that axle is, and yeah. Here's one for 383. It has electric brakes on it. I don't need the brakes, but yeah. Yeah, well, check that out. I gotta go measure that tomorrow. See if I can just buy an axle, because I don't know how. My one buddy that had torches, we could have heated it up and straightened it, but he got rid of his torches. I'm like, dude, what the hell? You're killing me. I thought I need those I needed your torches, damn it. He just laughed. So ever since I got the plasma cutter, I haven't used the torches. I'm like, okay. Oh, so it was the 18 minutes of sanding you didn't like. Okay, all right. I guess I could have just cut that down to nothing and it just, okay, I'm sanding. Okay, here it's done. Good to know. Thank you for that. On the next one, I'll make sure I don't do the whole sanding thing. I'll cut that way down. That's good to know. Thank you. See, that's the help I need, guys. I need you guys to tell me what would make the video better. So, oh, no kidding, Philip. So that's what you did it on, a DMX lighting controller. Oh, wow. See, yeah, like you said, you just never know, what people are going to want to watch for. That's cool. Yeah. And you stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. There you go. Yep, find a need and fill a need. There you go. Okay, Ron. Yeah, I was probably going to use the same bearings. There's nothing wrong with the bearings. But yeah, they sell bearings at the auto parts store up the corner here, and they're pretty much standard size. So I'll check that and make sure. But yeah, and the wheel pattern should be the same too. So I'll check all that. They have all the specs on the ad. I haven't gone out and measured any of it yet, so I'll have to go do that. Well, that's just it, Phil. Once you put it out there, I mean, I've been getting a lot of hits on my tent video too when I talked about this tent and the storm it went through and all that. And I got a lot of hits on that. The tent's gotten a lot of action. The wardrobe I didn't get a lot of action at the beginning because I think people were afraid to buy it. But after my video went up, you know, my video hits on that keep increasing. You know, every month I get more and more hits on that. So I guess now that maybe the company that sells it put my video up on their page, you know, how to put it together, and their people are seeing it's not so hard. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but you know that video is getting more and more popular. But the tent video got a lot of hits. I was really surprised. You know, they got a lot of action on the tent. Yeah, there you go. Less sanding, gluing, and concrete drying, and prop balancing. There you go. I haven't done a video. Well, I did do a video a long time ago on prop balancing. Yeah. Without that, without all that, Fred, I ain't got a show. I might as well hang up my YouTube hat and call it a day, because that's it, man. That's all I know how to do is a 5-hour video on balancing a prop. So, I think I know what this prop fits. God, this is a huge prop. What size is this damn thing? Here it is. A 1610. So the prop on my RV8, I'm going to try this on the RV8. This is the prop for the Mustang. You know, the Old Crow 1450 size Mustang from Motion. And I can't believe it swings a prop this big. Good God, this thing is fucking huge for that airplane. So the prop on the RV8 is a 17.7, and I wanted to try a wood prop, so I had an order in the Flex, and to get the free shipping, I had to add a couple extra things. So I added a wood prop for the QQ and the this RV8 and the big RV8. So I added 3 wood props. I got them in. I balanced 2 of them and put them on the planes, and they don't fly with shit. I don't like the way it behaves at all with the wood prop on it. But the RV8, not only did I don't like the way it flies with the wood, but I had to go smaller because they were out of stock of the 17.7. So I bought a 16.7. And I mean, it flies it okay, but it's not right. But this 16.10, I need something with more bite. I think this prop would do really well on that plane. I'm going to try it. Now that I know, I'm going to try this. This might be the ticket to make the RV8 pull harder, because the motor's revving, but it ain't really going anywhere. Oh, yeah. If you're going to do politics, Philip, you can expect a really crappy comment section. Everybody's got an opinion on, politics. So, yeah, if you're going to go there, you can expect a wide range of comments. So, shower time. Be right back, Fred. We're going to end the show. I'll be gone before you get back from a shower. it's time to wind this one down. You know, we ran out of things to talk about. Unless you want to watch glue dry. Yeah, we're kind of going to be ending this. All right, guys. So I guess we're going to call it since everybody's falling asleep here. God, this truck is hilarious with the body all see-through. It looks funny as hell. I'm looking at it on my screen here, and that looks ridiculous. It's a shame too. It's a beautiful green, guys. It's gorgeous. What a bright fluorescent green. It looks really good. Greasy cheeseburger time? Well, there you go. That sounds pretty good. You know, I think I just had Chinese, but I'm still hungry. I might go cook myself a steak. Yeah, she just brought home 3 porterhouse steaks. I think I'm going to go cook one. What the hell? Yeah, no, I'm not going to balance it tonight. No, not tonight. Maybe Thursday night. We'll see. We might try it Thursday night. But this is a nice prop. Well made. Really, really well made. I really like this prop. This looks good. So, yeah. All right, guys. You had a delicious steak, did you, Roy? Yeah, you and I eat a lot of steak. We're always talking about steaks. And did you air fry it? We haven't tried. Well, she has before she moved back in with me, but I have not tried the air fryer yet. All right, Phil. Hey, thanks for the comments. Great to have you here. We'll catch you later. Barbecue grilled tonight? Yeah. Yeah, I barbecue grilled last night. Or no, actually it was Thursday night for my birthday. I barbecued a porterhouse she brought home. Yeah, so maybe I'll fire up that air fryer. I haven't tried it yet. It's time to try it. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna call it. Have a great night, Roy. Let me know your text message, what they say. If you have any issues, let me know. I'll definitely step back in and we'll make this happen. We're going to get you your parts. All right, guys, and get the prop balancer from Motion, Roy. That's the one you want, that big tall one. That's the one you want. It'll balance a prop this big. It'll go up to 18 inches, that tall one they have. So it'll balance the big prop. And, yeah. So, all right, guys. All right, have a great night. We'll catch you all later. Thanks for coming. Thanks for putting up with me. You guys all take care. Have a great night. We'll catch you later.